Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I made a video maybe a couple of weeks ago, a week ago or whatever, about OLEKSANDR USYK, saying that everyone's talking about Tyson Fury and how good he looks and how much he's thinned out, and his face is cut and he's looking like he lost a lot of weight, and he's really on it. And yeah, all that may be true. What about OLEKSANDR USYK? Do you think he's been, sitting on the sofa watching Netflix, scratching his ass? I don't think so. And on Boxing Scene, there was an article talking about Usyk and Usyk's latest comments about the upcoming fight. And he says he thinks the fight will go ahead. His focus is on May the 18th. He said that, his focus is on his family, his team. He's never used Instagram, so he's not interested in that whole, social media gig. He's just concentrating on the fight. And what else would you expect from a guy who has shown exemplary discipline throughout his whole career? I mean, he's been really quite brilliant. Obviously undisputed at cruiserweight, mopped up the whole division very, very quickly, moved on to the heavyweights, twice beat Joshua. I mean, he's done it all on the road. So what do you expect? But he goes on to say about Fury that he feels, Fury sort of took Ngannou lightly. I think he feels, as most of us do, he's thinking it's a UFC champion, blah, 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 said Usyk. I win. It's an easy fight. It's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe not. But I know that Tyson Fury will be different with me. Well, he'll need to be. Of course, he'll need to be. And although, Usyk is 37 now, he's probably got less fistic miles on the clock than the younger Fury. I mean, he's only 21 wins with no defeats, no draws, 14 KOs. And I just think that people are it's almost like Usyk is an aside. He's Tyson Fury, oh yeah, he's fighting that guy Usyk, yeah, well. And this idea that Usyk is small, he's 6'3", weighs probably 16 stone in natural weight. He's settled into that heavyweight division, having for years been a cruiserweight. And we know that in the World Boxing Super, the World Series of I don't know what the hell it's called. That sort of halfway house between amateur and professional. He fought as a heavyweight. He fought big people. He fought Joe Joyce. And he goes on to say, because actually he mentions Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn has talked about Joshua maybe having a third fight with Usyk. And Usyk says, look, he understands it. He doesn't have bad feelings towards Joshua. He says he respects him. He's a great man, a great boxer, a great person, Olympic champion, two-time world champion, and he respects him. So, that's typical Usyk, though. I don't know whether he'd have the same view of Fury, but maybe he will. Maybe he does. He seems like a thoroughly decent man. He seems like a bloke who doesn't just pay his religion, which happens to be Christianity, lip service, but actually lives by it, which some people don't. And he was actually speaking to Seconds Out, I think, and the report I read was on Boxing Scene. So if you want to go and have a look at it, go and have a look at it. Again, I think this is a very, very, very dangerous fight for Tyson Fury, and I think it's probably more dangerous for Fury than it is for Usyk, although I probably shouldn't say that, because a man of 6'9" or whatever he is, even if he's a couple of inches shorter, he kind of accentuates his weight, his height. If he's on point, how many times has Fury been written off in the past, and how many times has he come back and shown people something? I don't think it's an easy fight at all for Usyk, but I do think that the fact that Usyk just goes about his business quietly makes him a real threat for Fury, and I do suspect that Fury is certainly past his best. Some people have said he's a shot fighter. I wouldn't go that far, and there's any evidence for that yet. But if anyone's going to show their age, their fistic age, the amount of miles on the clock, the amount of hard fights, I think it's going to be Fury in this fight rather than the older Usyk, because Usyk lives the life and Fury doesn't. Fury, up and down in weight, done a few naughty things outside the ring, never mind all the mental health issues and, the bipolar or whatever he's supposed to be, it all adds up. So right off Alexander Usyk at your peril, right off Tyson Fury at your peril as well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is two-way traffic. But again, Alexander Usyk should not be overlooked, and a lot of the people who support Fury, I mean, the fanboys, you can forget about them because they don't understand objectivity or rational thought. They wouldn't understand it if it descended from the heavens and bit them on the arse. But serious Fury fans who want him to do well, who like him and are prepared to, give constructive criticism and so on. When I talk to them, I still get the impression they're overlooking Usyk a little bit. I mean, it's been suggested by some that, Fury can get Usyk out of there early. I don't know where that came from. Is it feasible? Yeah, of course it is when you've got a man that size. But there's nothing in Fury's, resume to suggest he's an early rounds banger, that he gets people out in 2 or 3 rounds. He doesn't. He can hurt you. Of course he can. But it's the same with Usyk. That's like saying that Usyk gets Fury out of there early. It's there's no real evidence for it. So I don't know where this has come from, this idea. I think it's probably wishful thinking. Fury gets Usyk out early. Highly unlikely. But there again, stranger things have happened. Let's be honest. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this? The fight is creeping up on us. We hope it's going to go ahead. I still have some doubts. But leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, as always. And please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button as well. I always appreciate your time and your support. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. You know it makes sense. Catch you later. Bye for now.